Normal. I'm normal right now. I'm very competitive, as you guys can see, man. Like I just really want to win, man. I want to prove I'm the best, but I do have a couple suggestions for it. Like I said, the E Honda headbutt special move and Blanca ball, like on block. You know, it should be way easier to counter. It should not be a struggle. It should be like if you block it, you get a free combo right there, basically. That would make the game like the perfect 10 out of 10. Like that's one of the biggest issues that I see with the game. Is like stuff like that. I would take the drive impact out entirely, or at least make it way worse. Like, for example, it's only good for like let's say they miss an uppercut. Like let's say they're playing Ryu and they miss a dragon punch. It's only good for like doing a crush counter style hit to that, or like if you're playing Zangief or something, it makes it way easier. Like if they miss an uppercut, to just drive impact them and get a free level 3 super off of it. Like because like you don't have to really, you have a lot of time to really buffer the super. So and also like if you drive rush outside of a combo, I would like to see it way easier to counter. You know what I'm saying? Like if they're not drive rushing like during a combo, like you could interrupt it way easier. Those are like the main changes that I've personally noticed. Those are the main changes I've personally noticed. I think the biggest thing with me is like, and also the command grab characters. The one Manat, I would not have her like during the course of a match. Her command grabs get stronger and stronger, because like I literally lost to a Manat player yesterday that basically anti-aired me into like some sort of combo grab, and then he literally landed a level 3 and the round was over, and I was like, what? I was like, really? After I dominated him for like 99.9% of the entire match, like all 3 games, I completely dominated him. Like almost like embarrassing. Like it was like an embarrassment. Like I was completely dominated. It's ridiculous. Like I feel the same way about Lily. She should have to be correct. Like with her, what's it called? The fake T-Hawk. The new move that they added in Street Fighter 4. It's Dragon Punch with kick, where it goes through projectiles. I think she has way too much range with that as well. I think she travels through projectiles like a little too far, I think. But like that seems to be the biggest issue with the game. I think all combos should end at a level 3. I don't like that. I noticed that Jamie and DJ, and I think there's maybe other characters that can continue the combo after a level 3. I think even JP could do it as well. I disagree with that. Not just because I really can't do them that good, but because of the fact that I think the level 3 super is the best move in the entire game. And it's kind of anticlimactic to see it finish and then you continue a combo that doesn't look nearly as good as the level 3 that you just finished watching. So I feel like it's kind of anticlimactic, especially after you land a level 3 and the opponent gets like right back onto his feet. I feel like that's a little anticlimactic. You would think that talented artists and talented computer programmers would notice stuff like that, but like apparently I have to teach them stuff like this and tell them about stuff like this. I think those are the main issues I've seen with the game. Like when you see me talking all the show about this game is fucking dead and I'm trading my PlayStation, that's because I'm real competitive and I'm losing matches that I really should not lose. Because like I don't think I've run into too many players that I was like, wow, this player's good. You know what I'm saying? I don't honestly think I ran into any. There was one DJ player that I thought he was doing some pretty dope combos on me. But like other than that, it was like it's kind of like a touch of death combo. Like it was like, he caught me like one time, and it was like I felt like the round was over. I feel like the damage could be a little bit higher, like especially for the character I'm using. I feel like Kimberly, she does like no damage whatsoever, man. And it's like, I think like I feel like the game goes on for 2 combos too long. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, if I do like hard punch, drive rush, hard punch into Rekkas, which I didn't even know you could command grab after that in the air, I would have probably won every single match I did yesterday if I knew that already. But like, yeah, like I said, you know, I really want to be the #1 player in Street Fighter 6, like in the rankings, the leaderboards. So like, I do take it real serious. Because they were like, wow, you're still playing that shit? And I was like, yeah, I like it. Like, I've been a real fan, dog. But like I said, man, like, this is me normal. So like, I'm trying to talk like and express myself like what I think could change and be better. Sex, like basically, for me, like I don't know, I felt like it was even better than sex, maybe. But or at least the smell of it, anyway. So yeah, like I said, I'm probably gonna get on some matches, but I'm probably not gonna stream because I don't want to waste too much bandwidth. But like I said, you know, I think that's the biggest issue. I can't stand that players have no talent with Blanca or E Honda and are getting like, and Lily, and are getting wins because they think they're good instead of actually being good. And I think the charge characters could have more target combos that pop them up into the air to give you enough time to land like a flash kick, for example. I think that could also be a real big benefit for charge characters. I think that's about it. I personally don't like that Guile's Sonic Flash, the down back punch travels now. I don't like that. I don't like when they get you used to a certain thing and then they change it up on you. It doesn't really matter to me. You know what I'm saying? But like, I don't know. Hopefully they listen to me. I really am a true fan of the franchise. I really do want the company to put out better. You know, it's not that the game is horrible. I honestly say this is the first time I honestly felt that there's a Street Fighter that can honestly replace Third Strike for me. Like, the combos are the best it's ever been, no doubt about it. As a longtime fan, I wish every game had combos as good as this one does. You know what I'm saying? I still think Third Strike is the best Street Fighter of all time, no doubt about it. The only thing that sucked about Third Strike was it didn't really have the character selection like that you really remember and really want in the game. Like, you know, for example, like, as Capcom, they should have ported the PlayStation 2 version of Alpha 3. I think it was called like Alpha 3 Max or something like that. That it basically had like even characters that were not in, like, T-Hawk looks like he does not give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Whereas like Lily's like, who is this little bitch? Like, right? When you see Lily, you're like, who does this little bitch think she is? But when you see T-Hawk, you're almost like, oh shit. Shit got real right now. But like, that's all I gotta say about it, man. I'm gonna play a lot of ranked today, so if you want to hopefully try to run into me. I don't personally like streaming at the same time I'm playing because I feel like it ruins my actual game, and I prefer to have a game that all my bandwidth is I basically pay for internet just for Street Fighter and like Tekken and Mortal Kombat. Like, that's the only reason I have internet. You know what I'm saying? So like, really take that into consideration, that like these gaming companies don't really understand that I'm basically paying like $400 a year for internet just so I could play your game, and that's not including all the DLC. That's not including the game itself on multiple systems. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have not stopped purchasing and supporting your company. Like, I'm talking about even Street Fighter EX plus Alpha for like original PlayStation when you first went 3D And I thought that game was amazing. Everyone was saying that shit was trash. For like the era that it came out in, that was amazing. I mean, it still felt like Street Fighter, but it actually looked pretty dope. So like, I don't care who hears me or whatever. Like, I'm always gonna be a fan of this. You know, and also the team that developed Killer Instinct for Xbox One, I think you guys like quite possibly might be the best fighting game developers in the United States right now. And you know, if I was Capcom, I would work with those guys. You know, when it came to like Marvel vs. Capcom, you know, I felt like Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite was like a bit of a disappointment, and that's not because the game was bad, but that's because the stone system. I told them, please take the stone system out of the game because the game is fucking awesome. You know, I really didn't like that you didn't give the option for the control layout from Marvel vs. Capcom 3, which almost everyone was already familiar with, considering how popular the game was already. I thought that was a big mistake from Capcom USA to not give the option to choose Marvel vs. Capcom 3 controller layout. I don't know who over there on the business side of things is allowing them to like make these kind of stupid decisions. You know, when you have something so successful and then you completely step away from it and turn your back to it, I just don't understand that. Like, I'm very upset that I can't play Street Fighter Cross Tekken on my PlayStation right now. Like, I have to bust out the PlayStation 3 just to play Street Fighter Cross Tekken, which I still think was way better than Street Fighter 4. Especially the later variations of Street Fighter 4 when they added the red focus attack, which I think honestly ruined the game. But that's because Capcom Japan is a bunch of idiots, in my opinion. They have something good, and instead of making it better, they make it worse. I feel like a lot of how this game feels in Street Fighter 6 is the right way. That's why I'm so surprised that they just allow Blanca players to Blanca ball like they're good. Like, on block, leave them easily countered. Make them easy to counter right there. Like, you could hard punch into combo. You could, you know, drive rush into combo into drive rush into super, whatever, anything. Like, as a Zangief player, if they miss a Blanca ball, you should be able to level 3 them. You should be able to level 1 them at the very least into a level 2. You know what I'm saying? I think Zangief, you know, his overhead should be safe on block, considering it takes 3 minutes to finally hit the opponent. I don't think I would have it hit opponents in the air because I was abusing the fuck out of that shit. I was hitting my opponents out of the air religiously with an with an overhead, which was embarrassing. I wish I would have uploaded my Zangief matches that I actually won. They were fucking incredible wins against pretty damn good players, I thought. But anyway, I'm done, man. You know what I'm saying? I think Zangief is like quite possibly the worst character in the entire game, though. No doubt about it. That's why I was like trying to win with him. I wanted to prove I could win with the worst character, but believe me, guys, he's not worth using. He's one of the worst characters in the game, no doubt about it. Like, the only Zangiefs I've lost to is online. Like, I would have never lost to them offline. But I might stream some matches. I don't know. Hopefully Capcom really listens to me, man. You know, if you make these kind of subtle changes, and also when they miss a drive impact, a super, you know, more recovery time, man. You know, more recovery time. When they miss, there should be way more recovery time. But we'll see what happens, man. I think the colors can be a little bit darker. I feel like a lot of the colors are so light that it's like, I don't know. And there's way too many alternate costumes that are all white. Like, I don't know. Like, that's like very lazy to just color everything white on a character. Like, I've never seen anyone wearing all white before. You know what I'm saying? Like, who goes out and like, I'm wearing a white t-shirt, white pants, white shoes. Like, they literally have characters in the game like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I think Street Fighter 6 honestly could be the first time like is better than Third Strike. Not yet. I'm honestly not gonna lie and say it is, but it could very well be the first time. Kimberly's overhead needs more horizontal range as well. But I think that's about it. I'm done, man. I'm gonna play a lot of matches, so you might run into me out there, but they should fix the nonsense, no doubt about it. Clorox. I hate myself. Like there's evil people that really do shit like that. Like, believe it or not, they'll pretend to be your own thoughts and stuff. Like, I think that's pretty sad. But like, that's why you have to spread the knowledge of it, because you know it can be used for the right reasons, to like make people happier, to check for the truth and everything, which is what you're supposed to do. But unfortunately, not everyone uses it for that reason. They try to just make people mad all day, and that's pretty pathetic. It's about as pathetic as like almost making it to the major leagues and then failing, and then crying when you get cut for the team. It's like pretty much as pathetic as that. It's about as pathetic as training your whole life to make it to the major leagues and realizing you just didn't have what it takes. And then you cry like a little baby when you didn't make the team the next season. It's as pathetic as that. I know Jose Canseco from Cuba, he made it to the majors. So there's no excuses. You know, and from what I saw, a baseball hit him in the head when he was trying to catch it, and it actually got counted as a home run. And if a guy that bad can make it to the major leagues, at least on defense, I thought that's pretty embarrassing. When a baseball hits you in the head and you've been playing baseball your whole life, and he makes it to the major leagues and you can't, that's pretty pathetic. I mean, a baseball hit him in the head and he's been practicing his whole life. He still made it to the major leagues. What does that say about you? You're crying about getting cut from the team. Okay, all right, I'm done, guys. I'm done. That's the end of the video, man. If you don't like it, kiss my ass. I'm not here to impress anybody but myself. So if you don't like it, go suck a fat baby dick for all I care.